Hi there, I'm here with Michael Brus. He is a Grinnell College senior and this week was named the Midwest Conference Men's Swimming and Diving Performer of the Week. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Did this award come as a surprise to you?
Yeah, a little bit. They're not my best times, so I don't always expect to get it. But it's nice when the recognition is nice when it happens.
Probably the performance that stood out the most for you, you were in a duel at McAllister and you broke the Grinnell College school record in the 1650 freestyle, plus you set a pool record up there. Talk about that race.
I had went into the race not expecting anything out of it, or I expected to try and swim my best, but I didn't expect to break my school record, or and I had no idea about their pool record. So I just wanted to go in and swim the best race I could, and I swam it a lot better than I have previously. This is the first time this year I've swam it. So it was just a better race all around, and came out with a pretty decent time.
So were you aware of your times as you were progressing through the event at all? Or
no, I wasn't. I started out slower than I normally would, but I was able to hold a faster time throughout the whole race because of that. And I had no idea what my time was throughout the race, and I was just happy because the cards at the end of the pool weren't shaking. So.
Then you also had a nice performance in the 100 butterfly, correct?
Yeah.
Talk about that race.
It's one of the races I don't normally swim, and so I think that time was probably one of my best times for me ever. It was a very good swim, and I got to race Ian Dixon Anderson. He touched me out, and so he swam very well too, and that was really exciting.
You mentioned Ian last week. He was the performer of the week in the conference. You have been twice. If you add up the men's and women's programs, like you and I were talking off camera, the 9th time this season a Pioneer has been named performer of the week. I do not recall a school being as dominant in that category since I've been here. Talk about what that says about the team.
I think it just kind of speaks to the depth of it, and it's not the same people getting the award every week. It seems like it's a different person every week. So that just shows the depth that we have, and it's really exciting to see that. So I just can't wait till we see all those performers perform at the end of the year.
Anybody watching this that is a novice to swimming might not realize this person to whom I'm talking happens to be a national champion and a national record holder. Last year at the NCAA Nationals, won the 200 backstroke in an NCAA record time.
Yep.
Talk about how things have gone for you since then, because that had been kind of the big goal after qualifying for nationals in the past. Talk about how things have gone since then for you.
They've gone really well. This summer I wanted to get more training in than I had, but I came down with mono right at the beginning of the summer, so my training this summer was kind of thrown off. But as far as this year's gone, it's gone great. I feel really strong in the water, and I'm feeling confident, and I'm just excited to rest up and taper and try and put some good times up at the conference meet and see what happens from there.
Now, having gotten to know you, you are a person I can tell that pressure doesn't get to you one way or the other. You don't seem to get too high or too low one way or the other. Has there been any additional or pressure, though? I mean, even if you're not showing it, having won the title and knowing people are coming after you now?
It's not any pressure that anybody else is putting on me. It's all pressure that I'm putting on myself.
Yeah.
So I would love to repeat, but if that doesn't happen, that's how it goes. The thing that I hope for most is that when I get there, hopefully if I get there, I swim my best time, and that'll either get me there or it won't. I'd be more upset if I won with not my best time than if I lost with my best time. So.
And swimming's a sport just like a track and field to an extent or whatever, where you really can't control what the other person does. So you set your time, you set that as your goal, and then everything should take care of itself.
Exactly. It's kind of, I don't want to use too harsh of words, but it's kind of foolish to set your goals based on other people, or my goal is to beat this other person. because you have no control over how they swim. You don't know if they're just gonna blow you out of the water all of a sudden. So it's much more. I don't know. It's much more set in stone to go after a time rather than someone else.
Right.
I guess.
Talk about the experience of having been at nationals. I'm sure you've talked with your teammates about it. They have to be pretty excited to hear the stories and maybe give them even higher goals in terms of, wow, this sounds great. Maybe maybe we can qualify as well. Talk about how that relationship is.
Yeah, I've definitely talked about it. They've asked me questions about it, and really all I want this year is to get a relay there, so that other people on the team can experience what it's like. And it's just great to be at a pool where everyone's fast and everyone's there to compete, and there's not a person there that doesn't deserve to be there, and they've all worked that hard to get there. So it's really it's awesome to be at a meet like that, and I want to get one of our relays there so that more of my team can experience that as well.
Obviously, you've had a great career here. You had a great season last year. Has there been anything that you've been even able to improve more from last year to this year that in terms of your swimming?
Mm-hmm. This summer I lifted a lot more weights, and so I'm a lot stronger this year, and that showed itself in the mile this past weekend. I was able to just hold a faster pace the entire time, but I've been working on my strength and just pushing myself day in and day out in the pool, and hopefully that'll pay off.
Now that you're a senior, have you taken on even more of a leadership role? Have you noticed?
I've been captain for last year and this year, so that was a big step up in leadership roles. But I don't think there's any added pressure in that sense. I just kind of do me, and I don't know.
I would think one asset that you have, as well as other team members, is going back to, we are such a strong team. You probably are pushed by that alone, let alone your own will.
Oh, absolutely. In practice, I'm always pushed by the other guys, and it's great to have them in the pool with me to push me and to race during practice. So it's great to have them on the team too.
Even though we still have the conference meet and nationals this year, 10 years down the road, what do you think your greatest memory will be from this program?
It won't be nationals or national championship or record or the records or anything. It would definitely be just like the everyday team, and seeing the team every day and just being with them and the bonds that we've created, and that's definitely what I'll remember most. And
that certainly comes out in your trip to Florida, as
Absolutely.
I've talked with you before, and that just has to be a lot of fun for you, having experienced that. But then to see like the younger swimmers like Ian you'd mentioned, I know he had talked last week about the trip to Florida and the bond. Talk about that with the entire team and how that's just as strong, if not stronger, in swimming and diving versus some other sports.
It's really special for the first years because all year you're just kind of thrown into this completely new environment, and Florida really allows for a time for them to adapt to our team and really get to know each other better. And so Florida, for the swimmers, it's a extremely important time, not just training, but for forming those bonds as well. And as a team, as a swim team, that's so important. And yeah, we just those strong bonds are awesome.
Okay. Well, again, this is Michael Brus. He is this week's Midwest Conference Swimming and Diving Performer of the Week for the second time this season. Congratulations and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.